Hello, friends. I hope you're drinking your water. I hope you got your provisions together. Because the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the independent nonprofit created by Congress in 1967 that distributes federal funds to non-commercial TV and radio stations, what's going to be shutting down on September the 30th. Meaning that NPR and PBS will be losing their federal funds as of September the 30th. Why? Because the Republican-led Congress and the Orange Man canceled their funding. Why? Because Republicans claim, as they have always claimed, that public broadcasting is a waste of taxpayer dollars and has a liberal bias. But public broadcasting only costs taxpayers $1.60 per person per year. And 2/3 of the PBS audience identify as Republican or independent. And 60% of the PBS audience resides in rural areas that consistently vote Republican. So why are they so worried about a liberal bias if they're still winning with constituents who watch PBS? 58% of all U.S. households watch PBS during the year. So isn't this proof that the liberal bias doesn't exist? Because if it did, how would they be winning elections? If it did, how could anybody who watched PBS identify as a Republican? So why did they cut the funding? Is this about fighting liberal ideology, or is this about stopping education? Because if you can stop education, you can control a population, because look what they're already doing. They're banning books, they're erasing history, they're closing the Department of Education. Now, the good news is NPR and PBS will not be shutting down as of September the 30th. They are national organizations that generate their own revenue. They get donations from viewers like you, foundations, corporations, and more. Only a small portion of their budget comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, but it's the more than 1,500 member stations that will be affected. The stations that air NPR and PBS programming, they get 25% or more of their budget from federal funds, especially those in rural and underserved communities. Now, these communities are known as news deserts, and they need public broadcasting for emergency alerts, educational content, and local information. Now, I know this is a lot. And also, if you are in a community that benefits from public broadcasting, why would you vote for its destruction? But if I know anything about the base of the Republican Party, is that they will consistently vote against their own interests. So what do? Well, we have to donate to those local member stations to make sure that they do not shut down. And then we have to vote in the midterms to flip the House or flip the Senate or flip both so we can try to fight to get the funding back. We got to vote and fight, girl.